Hello, everybody. Welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shante Roddy. I am coming on with another stimulus news update and report for all of you entrepreneurs and small business owners out there. I hope you all having a wonderful day. I see you all already. You met me here. So come on in. Let me know who you are. Say hello. Let me know where you're hailing from. What is your business? What type of business are you in? I would love to hear that as well. We're going to be talking or walking you through what you can expect in the $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. So I want to make sure you understand all the benefits, how it applies to you, your family, and your business, because we're expecting this bill to actually be enacted this week. So we are waiting for the Senate to send the amended passed bill, right? A bill was passed by the Senate and last week, and so now it is on its way back to the House because the House passed it first. So it's back to the House. Then the House is we're expecting them to pass it relatively quickly, and so it can be signed by Wednesday. We are expecting President Biden on Thursday to do a town hall, a special talk or speech regarding the coronavirus and the relief package. So again, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Always, I'll try to spend time answering some questions. So if you do have questions, please drop them in the comments and I'll try to get to those and then follow up after the live broadcast. As you all are coming in, do hit the thumbs up, give it some love so more people will see this. Do tag your entrepreneur and small business friends in this video. Do subscribe if you have not subscribed already. We're almost there to 20,000 subscribers. So help us to get there. Thank you so much for your support. And those of you in our YouTube family, during this live, you have the opportunity to use our super chat or super sticker features, get a huge shout out, and then also help us to contribute to our She Boss Up Fund, where we give grants to women in business. We are looking forward to reopening applications in second quarter of this year. We have a lot of great things coming up, a lot of things that we do for you all to support you as entrepreneurs and small business owners. Okay. So let's start off with those stimulus checks. Okay, the stimulus checks, they're coming. Okay, so how soon can you expect the stimulus check? And I'm going to let you know if you're going to qualify for the stimulus check. We may be able to expect it if they pass the bill in the House, what we're expecting them to do. The president signs it by Wednesday, which they're expecting. You can have it possibly as early as next weekend, if not sooner. So get ready for that. Okay, so stimulus payments, these are the economic impact payments. These are the one-time payments. This is the third installment, right? So we initially got $1,200 per person, and we got $600 per person. This one is $1,400. That is the amount. But who gets it? Okay, so they made some changes in the Senate. There were several amendments that were made to the House bill. So I'm going to explain what some of those are. So $1,400, $75,000 in annual income is the requirement. If your individual head of household is $112,500 and $150 if you are a married couple. Now, in the amended version, if you have income of $80,000 as an individual or head of households earning $120 and married couples $160, you would not qualify for a stimulus payment as it is right now, what we're expecting to be passed. So that is something that changed from what the initial House bill said. But that is the change because one of the Democrats, Senator Manchin, wanted some changes, and so they negotiated it where they kept they kept the check, right? But they more strategically targeted who would be getting the checks. Okay, eligible dependents, including adult dependents, will also get $1,400. So they would get $1,400 as well. Those that are on Social Security or SSI, VA benefits, railroad or retiree benefits automatically receive this payments, even though they do not file taxes. One thing to know about stimulus, the checks that the past checks that have gone out, they have gone out. They've been deposited or mailed via debit card or a check. So if you didn't get one, again, you can get one by filing your taxes and credit that way. So just want as a reminder, same with this check. If for some reason you do not get it, you'll be able to file your taxes and get this credit as well. Unemployment insurance is being extended. That is the big hurry. That is at least one of the big hurries with this to get this enacted, is because unemployment insurance is getting ready to expire under the current bill, $900 billion bill that was passed in December. So remember, they passed that, extended a lot of these different benefits through March with the expectation that they would pass a larger bill, which is this one, in March to extend it even further. So unemployment benefits, emergency pandemic unemployment assistance would extend to September the 6th under the Senate measure, and more for unemployment and part-time individuals to qualify for this benefit. Under the House bill, it was only going to extend to August the 29th. The extra unemployment benefit would remain at $300. That's where Senator Manchin held up in the Senate, was regarding the unemployment benefit that was $400. And so they settled on to pass the bill, $300 in that additional benefit. So it's going to remain what it is right now. And then in the Senate bill, though, what they're doing is that they've added some tax relief to it, so that $10,200 of your unemployment income would be tax-free. So they would not be able to tax up to that amount. Again, that's $10,200 for households earning less than $150,000. So again, that's a great benefit, because otherwise, you know that your unemployment is taxable at the federal level, and is taxable by state, just depending on which state you are in. There are some states that do not have state tax. There's a few of them, I think 4 or 5. Okay, so that's unemployment. So the new added exemption for the first $10,200 in unemployment benefits will be applicable for the 2020 tax year and would apply to households making, again, $150,000. So just consider that as you all are doing your taxes. We're here in tax season right now, working on 2020 taxes. And so a lot of these benefits that I'm going to be talking about that have a tax implication, or you need to consider it when you're filing your taxes to make sure you get the appropriate credit, you definitely want to make sure you're attentive to that. Let's talk about the child credits and the earned income tax credit for the single individuals. I'm going to break this down for you. Okay, let me know if you're single out there, or if you have a family, you have children, let me know out there as well. This plan, let's talk about the child credit, would improve the child tax credit, which is known as CTC, and making it refundable and worth up to $3,000 per child. So they've increased it, $3,000 per child, or $3,600 for a child under 6 for 2021. That's this year. Okay. So this provision also allows for American families to receive periodic payments for the credit for 1 year beginning in July. Okay. So beginning in July, we're in March. This hasn't happened yet. So you can expect, even if you filed your taxes, that this would apply for this year. The eligible requirement for the earned income credit will also be expanded, and it has increased. The maximum credit amount for childless people would increase to $1,502 from the $543. Okay, so tax credits on both ends if you're a single individual and if you have children. The bill will also broaden the age range for people without children will be able to claim the credit beginning at age 19 instead of 25, with the exception of certain full-time students. The upper age limit would be 65. 65 would be eliminated for this tax credit. Okay, so if you have questions regarding that, please let me know. Again, benefits there and again, there's income requirements for tax credits. Just want you to know that as well. Small businesses. So let's talk about these small business benefits. We already know that there's several already have been rolled out, will be rolled out under the existing bill that was enacted in December 27th of 2020. That's the $900 billion bill. So a lot of these programs will be expanded, add more funding added, and there will be new programs coming aboard as well. So let's review some of those. We already have the targeted EIDLs that you all are applying for. SBA is sending you emails. You're following through. Most of you, when they send you an email from sba.gov, you are applying for that. That means that you can get the full $10,000 grant or the balance thereof if you didn't get the full amount, or if you didn't get any, up to the $10,000 max. So we already know about that. To qualify for that program, first of all, you had to qualify for EIDL. You had to have applied on or before December 27th, 2020 to even be considered. It's not something that you can apply for now. The EIDL loan program has been extended to December 31st of 2021. Okay, so you can still apply for the loan through the portal on the SBA website. But for this targeted EIDL, the only way you can apply is by invitation only. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you applied and were denied. I don't care. They don't care. Okay, if you were approved and you didn't want to accept the loan, that does not matter regarding the grant. If you have not so good credit, that does not matter regarding the grant, because the grant is not a loan. It is free money. It does not have to be paid back. So I want to just alleviate some of the confusion out there about these programs, some of the misinformation out there. It has nothing to do with that. So this is a tax-free program. Tax-free, tax-free, tax-free. Not all grants are tax-free. They are making it tax-free. So they want to give us benefits, and they want to lessen the tax burden to individuals and to small businesses, just depending on the program. So that is the case. With this next bill, they're adding on $15 billion more dollars onto the $20 billion they've already put into the program. Okay, so we already know that the first ones to get the emails are those that receive the partial amount. So if you received $1,000 per employee, or you only got $1,000, you only got $2,000, well, they're reaching out to you first. If you did not receive any money because they ran out of funding, like myself, we are next in line to start getting those emails. They're still giving the emails to the first set. Remember, there were millions that applied for this program. So just be patient and look out for your emails. But 15 more billion, what that means, in addition to that, included in that 15 billion is a supplemental grant of $5,000, which means you could potentially qualify for a total of $15,000. So if you have not checked out my EIDL videos, if you have questions regarding EIDL consideration to overcome a decline or denial, or you want to increase your EIDL loan funds, or want to know how to apply for or submit the proper documents for the targeted EIDLs, go to the EIDL playlist on our YouTube channel, and all the information is there. $25 billion for a new grant program is called for restaurant, not just restaurants. Let's just say food industry people, because who's included is a lot. Okay, that's $25 billion for the restaurant revitalization grant. Restaurants, bars, food trucks, caterers, the list goes on and on. I will most likely do a special video on that one, just to break that down. What I do know is that the grant is up to $10 million. $10 million. If you heard me say $10 million, let me know that in the comments, because this is significant money here. Significant money. $10 million per business. I did not say that the entire fund is $10 million. I said what you could potentially get in grant money is up to $10 million. This is for food industry, restaurant industry, caterers, okay? If that's you or someone you know, please, you should be tagging them in this video. There's still too many people, too many entrepreneurs and business owners don't even know that these programs exist, don't know that they qualify, don't know how to apply. Let's help them get this money that is being made available. Now, we already know that we're under the Paycheck Protection Program, one of the most popular programs administered by the SBA, but you apply through the SBA approved lenders that are out there. We also have a PPP playlist, $284 billion program. I mean, it's upward of $1 trillion almost $1 trillion that they have put into this program. Like, since the beginning in March, when they first implemented this program, and they've made several changes to improve the program, one that we're currently operating under right now. The program that we're under right now is $284 billion. They're adding on another $7 billion. There is industry push to have them extend the time, the expiration date, because this program is set to expire March 31st, 2021. That is too soon, especially with the fact that they have implemented these new changes that I'm about to discuss with you in a few minutes, because this is your opportunity to take advantage of the program and apply. Based on the changes, it will have opened it up for millions more of small business owners, gig workers, independent contractors, self-employed, solopreneurs, whatever you call yourself, as long as you were in business operating as of February 15th of 2020, to be eligible, that were not eligible before under the old rules and old calculation for self-employed individuals. So again, they're going to be adding $7 billion. What you need to know about this program right now is that you should be applying, okay? We're still in the exclusive period for Paycheck Protection Program, which is a forgivable loan, which means once you spend the money on payroll, at least 60% on payroll, you can submit a forgiveness application, very super simple, and have the entire amount forgiven, which becomes a grant, which is free money for you and your business, money you do not have to pay back. Okay, I don't know how I can make that any more clearer. So before, though, they were basing the calculation for self-employed individuals, your Schedule C. This applies to those that have filed Schedule C taxes. They were basing this on your net income, which meant a lot of us had zero at the end because of after expenses, you were at zero, or you were negative, or the number was just so low that you did not qualify for a loan. They have changed the calculation to make it gross, right? They're giving you the option. Instead of filing with your net, what you're going to do is calculate based on your gross. Your line 7 on your Schedule C tax form. Please consult with your accountants, your tax consultants. Don't miss out on this money because you don't have your taxes done, because your taxes weren't done right. And a lot of you are saying you don't have a Schedule C form, you didn't do it, you didn't record your payments. This is the time. What I can tell you is get your business in order, okay? Get your business in order. If you need help with that, the link is in the comments and in the description on YouTube to book a consult with me. If you need strategy, need someone to help you to know how to get your business in order, register, whatever you need to do to get your business positioned to get these grants, it's well worth your while to do this, because there's billions and billions of dollars. If you don't, go to the video that I did on 10 programs, federal government programs that are giving out billions of dollars to small businesses. I'm just talking through a few that have been extended. So again, this is a Paycheck Protection Program. We're in an exclusive period through tomorrow. They're only processing, putting through those applications from small business owners that have 20 employees or less. So all the bigger companies are blocked out. They can still submit applications, but they're not looking at them. They're not processing them. They're processing yours. So you might as well utilize this time. Now, for self-employed, you can submit your applications. Like, it just depends on who your lender is. I know I was on the PayPal site yesterday. They're good about communication. They have a disclaimer at the top that says that they are actually reading through the information for the updates that they receive from the SBA, the interim final rule, so that they can, when they're looking at your application, can make the right decision, approve you based on the correct calculation, which is your gross, rather than the net, which way they were supposed to, or they were held responsible to do before. Please know you will need your tax returns. Each lender will tell you exactly what you need. If you don't have everything they're asking for, you will not have your application processed and approved. You will need to show ID. You will need to show your tax returns. You will need to provide bank statements. You will need to provide invoices, okay? And whatever else they are asking you to submit, you have to submit it if you want to get funding, okay? That's with every single program. Every single program. And I don't have the banner up here. Let me put the banner up here because people are asking me all the time about where to get these tools from. If you need help, get our Win Grants with Ease Masterclass bundle and get the Winning Grants application cheat sheet. It's going to help you position your business, know what to do to win grants with ease, to have more success in winning them, to stand out among your competition. You are applying with thousands, if not millions of other people with for these programs. And these programs are time sensitive. These federal programs, they have a set amount. It's a lot. It's a lot of money, billions of dollars, but millions of people are applying. And so they only have so much funding. Once the funding runs out, the program closes. That's it. We all know that because we're still waiting on our EIDL, right? So they had to get more funding through Congress to start up this program again. That's how it works. Or if they have a set deadline date, that's the deadline date. And they will not change it for you, okay? I have to say that because people still don't follow through in a timely manner, and they miss out on free money just because they didn't follow up, okay? Don't be that person that miss out when you could have had the money just because you didn't follow up, okay? So that's the Paycheck Protection Program. If you have applied for the Paycheck Protection Program, let me know which round, if you apply for first draw or second draw. This is something that they did clarify. Now, if you apply for first draw, you do need to wait at least 8 weeks until you can apply for your second draw. So this is really for people that apply like after 2020, like in 2021. So just count the days and how long it's going to take. That's why that's why we are trying to get the expiration date extended beyond the end of March, because I'm one of those people that I'm actually applying right now for PPP, and I want to apply. This would be my first draw because I didn't qualify before. So I helped other people get it, but I knew I didn't qualify, right? Because I had a loss. But I want to apply for first round and second round, and I plan to do so. So that's why we're pushing to have that date extended. So that's Paycheck Protection Program. Child care provider grants. In the bill is like in a separate section. This money is referenced in a separate section, but it's still small business. So I'm going to tell you about it. It's for child care providers. I know a lot of you all out there are child care providers, and I know you know child care providers. Whether you have a brick and mortar or you work out of your home, it doesn't matter. You're a child care provider. You can qualify again for this $39 billion program that will be launched. I'm not sure if the SBA will be administering it. Most likely they will, because they're administering most of these grant programs for small business owners. But this one is up to $10 million as well. Okay. Did you hear that? $10 million per business for child care providers is going to be made available under this program. That is, again, one of the newer grant programs. Also, the Shutter Venue Operators Grant. So if you have live venue, you have performers, they have paid tickets, or you represent performers, artists, comedians of the like, look into the Shutter Venue Operators Grant. If you have a cultural arts venue or business is your main, these have to be your main business, your primary business. Watch the video on Shutter. I have 3, I think, videos on Shutter Venue Operator Grants. It is also information on the SBA website. They're preparing to launch this under the current bill. So they have updated their FAQs. They have not launched the application portal. as of right now, you cannot apply for PPP and the shutter venue operators grant unless you applied and were funded PPP on or before December 27th of 2020. Okay. We're looking to change that, but as of right now, you cannot apply for both. Okay. So definitely see which one is better for you. Now, again, this is another grant program that you get $10 million. And this one comes with a supplement. So not only can you get up to $10 million, then you could come back and get an additional supplemental grant. And the grant amount is actually based on 45% of your gross revenue, 2019 revenue, if I'm not mistaken. So again, a lot of money out here for small business. These are just the federal grants under the $1.9 trillion relief bill. The American Rescue Plan is what it's called, that we're expecting to be enacted relatively soon, which we're expecting it this week. So then they will then start to roll out these programs. Again, it takes time to do that, but you can see that that's going to happen relatively quickly. Also, they have money designated to vaccines and other testing. I know the Centers for Disease Control will receive $7.5 billion to improve the processing of distributing and administering the vaccines. This is important because I know that's big. Part of the bill is providing relief to people, to families, to business. Another part of it is getting this virus under control. And another part is strengthening our economy. So getting our economy back to where it was or above where it was pre-pandemic times and lifting people out of poverty. So those are the main reasons for this bill and why it's as big as it is. Okay. So an additional 46 billion would go for testing, contract tracing, diagnosis, monitoring of the pandemic on federal and state levels. The public health workforce would be bolstered with 7.6 billion, including resources for community health centers, vaccine distribution and testing. Now, what I do know with that, this is a high-level overview, but they will be hiring for these positions. So if you know people that need employment, please do let them know about these opportunities that will also be coming down the pipeline. Because as they get funding, they will need people to operate and administer these various programs. Okay. The Department of Health and Human Services and the CDC will get $1.75 billion to improve surveillance of new COVID-19 strains, because we know there's been some stronger strains that have come out that are more contagious and more contagious. I know that. Okay. So let's talk about paid family leave. There are tax credits to businesses that offer paid leave. Okay, so if you're a business owner, you have employees, you offer paid leave. There are tax credits for you to your employees. This will be extended through September the 30th. This includes offering family caregivers the same leave available to parents. So there's a lot of tax credits and benefits regarding this. So definitely you want to look into this. Again, tax credits mean you would take the credit on your taxes. So it's important that you are working with a professional that's well-versed in the stimulus so that you can get all the credits that you are entitled to. If you need a reference, again, email us at hello@shebosstalk.com. The bill would not require businesses to offer paid leave. This is just if you do, you would be entitled to a credit. Okay. For those of you who need it, there's money going for nutrition. So like SNAP benefits, if those of you that are on SNAP or you have family members with SNAP, it's important that you help share the information so they know what's coming down the pipeline, so they know what the relief money consists of and how it is going to benefit them. There will be a 15% increase in supplemental nutritional assistance program, also known as food stamps. That will be extended. The community supplemental food program for food packages for seniors will receive $37 million to keep it available until September 30th of 2020. Now, I know under previous stimuluses, there has been food money in there, funds dedicated for food, especially those that have children that are out of school that are not getting the usual monies or food from the food programs, they're not getting fed, so they're giving you extra money in that regard. If you're one of those receiving that, let me know in the comments. I definitely like to know. I know they have been sending those different payments out. Want to make sure that you know about them and that you are receiving them. Okay, Older Americans Act programs, including nutritional services, home and community-based services, vaccination outreach, social isolation, and caregiver support. So we know it's a lot of us taking care of our older parents or older grandparents, or you have family members that are elderly. Share this information with them. They will be getting more support in the form of $104 billion. Housing. Okay. So I already told you all a lot of the state, every state got CARES Act money, billions, right? And they rolled out relief packages, like housing, rent, mortgage. So you can still look to your states for some of these different programs, but the federal government has allocated monies for this as well under this stimulus, and it will then roll down to the states as before. And then they will be able to provide you with additional relief. So what does that include? Emergency rental assistance and other relief for the homeless would get $30 billion. Okay. So is rental relief, mortgage relief is covered in there as well. And then I know there's a set aside amount for those that are more likely, they're at the risk of being homeless right now. Okay. Nursing homes, $500 million will support deployment of strike teams to nursing homes with diagnosed and suspected COVID-19 restaurants. $200 million would go to for infection control and prevention and mitigation of COVID-19 in skilled nursing facilities. Why is this important? Because, you know, again, you may not be taking care of your parents at home, but we know a lot of you all out there have family members in nursing homes. They have been hard hit badly. So they need help. They need help and support, and so they're going to get it. Okay. Healthcare. There is a 2-year increase on the Affordable Cares Act subsidies that would help you, right? Afford health plans in the ACA marketplace, right, on healthcare.gov. People with incomes above 400% of the federal poverty level, which is $51,520 for individuals, would qualify for subsidies, so they would not have to pay more than 8.5% of their annual income for their health care premiums. Okay, so that's a benefit. COBRA subsidies. So COBRA is what takes effect when you leave your job and you want to sustain healthcare through your company for a period of time. That's called COBRA. COBRA subsidies will be available through the end of 2021 to help workers who have been laid off or furloughed. Medicare eligible individuals on COBRA would be reminded to transition to Medicare to avoid Part B late enrollment penalties. Okay. And then they would have some additional funding for pensions as well. So again, there's money for housing, nursing homes, healthcare, vaccination, family medical leave, nutrition, unemployment, more money, extended benefits, extended time frame to, again, September versus the March date, more testing, more money for small business, and child tax credits as well as earned income credits for individuals. And then definitely that stimulus check of $1,400 is coming shortly. So someone is asking, so if I get SSI, do my kids get checks as well? That's a good question. What I do know, I believe the last time, I don't think they did. I don't. That doesn't mean that you won't. We would need to wait for, like, these are high level information. It is not really until they pass the bill, because there's been several amendments, and then we can go back and see. But I will actually go back to the bill and see if there's language in there that says specifically for those on Social Security. But I know before it was only those that if you were on Social Security, because you didn't file taxes, so they all they did was give you as a Social Security beneficiary your payment. Is that what happened for the last time, Dynasty? Let me know in the comments. Dynasty, let me know in the comments. So did you receive money for your dependents the last time? Dynasty, let me know in the comments, and then I'll come back. Okay. Yeah. So that's one thing I would have to check on, because it wasn't anything that specifically said that they could not get benefits, but I know that most that are on Social Security, like in VA benefits, they're not required to. If you have under a certain amount of income, that you don't file taxes. So EIDL rep told me people are not eligible so as long as they apply before the deadline. I told her that is what the guidelines said. She said no. I'm not really clear on your statement, but it goes back to what I said before. To qualify for the targeted EIDL grant right now, that's a newer program. The old one is gone. It expired, and the SBA website says that. This new program, you had to have been in business. I'm sorry, you had to have been in business as of January 31st, 2020, but you had to have applied to the program on or before December 27, 2020. Now, if you did that, even if you applied after they had no funding, you would still qualify potentially, as long as you are in a low income community, have 300 employees or less, and can show a 30% decrease in gross revenue, or you may call it gross receipts, of your 2020 compared to your 2019. You would choose an 8-week period. Okay. Choose an 8-week period where you are hardest hit. Compare it to that same period in 2019. And then you should be able to demonstrate the 30% loss. If you can do that, you will qualify. Okay. And under the new stimulus, to get the additional 5,000, how they're going to roll it out is by severe. What they call severity is those that had a decrease of 50% or more, and those substantially affected. They have these two categories, would be between 30% and 50% loss. So that's how they would roll it out. That's that supplemental grant is severity first, who's ever in that severity group, and then the substantial loss group would be after that. And that would be based on the information you've already supplied to get the $10,000 of the balance. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And also for EIDL, you will need a form. They will give you, my understanding, you would need a form, IRS tax form 4506T. That is a IRS tax form request. We filed on the 14th. My kids, they told me to file 1040. Yeah, you need to file your taxes. Yeah, because otherwise they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know to give it to your dependents. That's the thing. And this is the SSI question, the Social Security. That's why if you didn't get it, because if you don't file your taxes, they're not going to know to give it to where your dependents are, and they only know that once you file and say that you file with dependents. So I would do that if it it's worth your while to do so. Can I apply to your company? And also, I'm not understanding your question, Sharonda. But for those that are 1099, so again, your business, if you're 1099, that means that you're not someone else's employee. That means you qualify. You do not have to have an EIN or LLC specifically for these programs. I highly recommend that you do that if you want to get more access to more grant funding. But for these two meaning PPP and EIDL, is open up to you. Even if you're like a gig worker, you're not formally structured or anything like that. Someone asked me, what if I work for Uber and Lyft and Mary Kay and this and that? All of that is under, all of that should have been filed on your Schedule C, number one. And so that is your combined independent contractor income or self-employment income. Okay. So all of that will be calculated on line 7 will be your gross. Line 31 is your net, and you're going to use is your net. Okay, so to know. And if you're filing for PPP, you're going to use your net. But you could qualify for both of these programs. What I'm hearing, like in a post I made yesterday, 2 or 3 ladies were saying they didn't do their Schedule C. I mean, that's unfortunate. Do it. You still have time to amend your taxes and get them in order. Hopefully, again, like I said, these programs are extended, but that's why it's so important to get your business in order so that you're not missing out on these different programs. Even if you go and you amend your taxes, understand it's going to take time for the IRS to process it. And if you're applying for a program and the SBA, they or whoever the lender is looking at your information and they can't verify your 4506T or your tax returns because the IRS hasn't processed it through, you're still going to be delayed, or you may miss out because, again, you waited to the last minute to get your taxes done. Okay, so she's saying that Tafari just amended her 2019 for her Schedule C. So again, it's worthwhile to do it. And even if you missed out on something before, don't just, and you've learned now by watching me what you need to have in order, or by going to taking the Masterclass or getting the Masterclass bundle or the cheat sheet, because I tell you everything you need to know as a business owner, entrepreneur, self-employed person, independent contractor, what you need to be able to get more money. There is literally billions and billions. I just talked about it, billions and billions of dollars. There's no reason why you all can't get your part of that. But it's a matter of making sure you are aware and that you are able to get your business positioned to help you win more money, right? So I've shared that with you. I think I'm the only one on here, right, on Facebook, YouTube, or any platform for that matter, that not only tells you, okay, here's a grant that's available, here's stimulus coming, but I'm telling you how to get it and how to structure your business, position your business with documents, with records to get in order, what you need from a financial statements, what you need. And I stay on you to hold you accountable. You can't, you're not accountable for how long it takes these, them to process these things. I mean, put it on your tracker, that in the cheat sheet, and just monitor it. You're accountable for what you do. Blue Vine Cabbage have partners for first-time applicants. So yeah, thank you so much, Simone. So when you're applying for these different programs, every lender is different. You can apply, like PPP, you can apply for different lenders. You can only be funded by one, but all of them may have different protocols. Like some may be only accepting first draw borrowers, some may be only accepting second draw, some may be accepting first and second draw. If they haven't said that they're excluding one or the other, they should be accepting your application. If for some reason you get stuck in an application, like some people said that because I'm helping with applications through David Allen Capital, if you get stuck and you need technical assistance, what you want to do is contact that specific lender. Because like we are like a facilitator. We work with like 3 lenders. One is like Liberty and there's 2 other ones. But you want to contact them directly. And they give you technical assistance and can help you work through whatever the issue is, because I mean, I don't know. They're the lender that's actually processing your paperwork in the system. So it's really best to go through the lender. They have a contact numbers as well. Talon Smith, thank you so much for your super sticker. Thank you so much. That would definitely go a long ways towards helping us with our grant fund. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you for your support. Glad you love our channel and find it of value. Again, if you have not already subscribed, do subscribe if you find our content of value. Definitely, there is help for you. Just want you to know that. The SBA, this is what you do as well. Those for you that need help with PPP, because you all reach out to me all the time. I just don't have the capacity to give one-on-one help for PPP. I do give one-on-one assistance. It's paid assistance for IDLs. So those of you that need help applying for the loan, reconsideration to overcome a denial or to get an increase, or you need help with the targeted grant because you got the email, you're trying to figure out what to submit, their link is in the comments, okay? The link is in the comments to schedule a one-on-one session with me if you need help. Again, it's worth it. I mean, to get $10,000 or $15,000 and then more as far as of a loan. Like right now, it's capped. The loans are capped at $150,000. There's caps on both of the different loans. But again, we have advocates that are pushing to increase that because it was supposed to be 2 million and not 150. I don't know why it's still at 150. But we have another Nicole. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you so much. Okay. So again, there are programs out here. Let me see. There's more and more questions here. What if I recently was funded for PPP first, but it was based on net income, not growth? Should I apply again for round 2? So there's nothing you can't, for those of you that already applied first draw under the net income, it is what it is. You got that funding. It can't be retroactive. It can't be adjusted for the new methodology of calculations. What you want to do is just apply for second draw, and then you can apply for second draw under the new rules. What that would mean, you would have an increase. So do that calculation, like based on what you receive, that smaller amount, because it was based on your net. Now you get that increased amount based on your gross. Okay. And the max, we're talking PPP. Your earnings, whether you're calculating your employee payroll or your owner's compensation, your max earnings is $100,000. It's capped at $100,000. The most you can get for owner's compensation is $20,833.33 for your owner's compensation. Okay. If you are on unemployment, that's fine. But once you get your PPP money, that is your income. So you stop getting unemployment. Or it will come back to you. You don't want to have to owe money because they consider that double dipping. Okay. So there's a lot of programs that you can apply for at the same time, but you cannot use the money for the same thing. So also for those that apply for PPP, if you apply for EIDL, I believe between April 3rd and June 10th of 2020, somewhere around there, if you are in that bracket and you got funded EIDL and you use that money on payroll, then you need to refinance your EIDL under PPP. That is actually on the application. So if that applies to you, you refinance your EIDL in your PPP request. Okay. Refund. That's what you would do. Really quickly, I keep forgetting to mention this this is the third time I almost forgot to talk about this. This is so important because this is under this bill now. So I said there's many different programs being rolled out. This is one of them. They announced this the Treasury announced this the other day, last week. The Emergency Capital Investment Program. This is a $9 billion program from the U.S. Treasury as part of the $900 billion program. Now, what will this do? This will, monies will go to community development, financial institutions. These are the CDFIs, okay? These are the ones that help more underserved communities where traditional banks tend to not to. The minority depository institutions, which is the MDIs. This money, $9 billion, will go to provide loans, grants, and forbearance to small business, minority business, and consumers in low income and underserved communities. So again, this is $9 billion under the current the current bill that we are working under. Set asides of $2 billion for CDFIs and MDIs with $5,000 or $500,000 or less in assets. You can learn more about this program at home.treasury.gov or just go to treasury.gov. But again, this is a $9 billion program. Look into CDFIs. They are certified, again, lenders through the SBA that really work to help and finance underserved communities, minorities, and women. Through this program, they will be providing, again, more funding, grants, and forbearances. So if you already have a loan, be on through one of these CFIs or MDI companies, definitely go to them and see what's going on and how you can benefit from the program. In addition to that, there are other multi-billion-dollar companies coming online. They've been doing this since March, and more of them are coming, and they're pouring more money into these types of organizations, as well as giving open grants and pitch competitions on a national and international level. So there are many grants available. Just go to our website on our Relief and Grant Tracker tab. The link is also in the description and in the show notes for you to be able to go there quickly, see what grants that are available. Visa just launched one. If you have not already applied as a small business owner for FedEx, apply today, please, because it ends tomorrow. They will not be moving the date. It ends tomorrow, but you have a chance to win up to $50,000. That is the FedEx grant. Visa just launched a grant for Black women entrepreneurs in 6 select cities. It's on our grant tracker. Amber Grants, they expanded their grant program. They have it every single month. So I updated it, but I also updated to let you know if a particular grant has multiple rounds, so that you know if it's closed, they will have another round. It may be an annual grant, it may be a quarterly grant, or whatever the grant is. If it has multiple rounds, you will know that, and just monitor it. And their website, they will tell you when they last closed it. They will show you like who the winners were and when they will open up next round. They will also tell you to subscribe to their email list. That's a tip. Don't miss it. Okay. One more question and then I'll close it out. My question is, I got 1,000 last year for EIDL. Will I? Yes. If you met the criteria, so if you're late coming in, which it looks like you are, Queen and Princess channel, go back to the beginning or go to the EIDL, the targeted EIDL grant video, the last one I did, and you will get all the details on how to qualify for it. But yes, if you receive $1,000, you should be in line if you meet all the criteria to be able to get that grant. It's by invitation only from SBA. Just know it's not sba.gov.net.org. Please be careful also in the comments. There's more and more scammers and spammers commenting on my videos. And, I just want you all to be careful, do your due diligence. They are not related to us. Some are creating fake channels and trying to look like us and then commenting as though they are us. They are not. We are not She Boss. We are She Boss Talk. Okay. And look at the accounts of the people that are commenting before you just go and give them your information. If you click on their accounts, you will see it's a fake account, or they have no content on their channel. They're just there to take advantage of vulnerable people. So don't do it. We vet out everything. Everything that you need is in the description or will be pinned to the top of this video. Anybody else commenting, we're not held responsible if you give your information to random strangers. I do not recommend that. We will always give you a referral if you need one. Don't be talking to these strangers and giving them your information. Okay. All right. So just be safe, be careful out there, because again, they know you're vulnerable. They're going to try to take advantage, tell you can get all this money, you can do all this, and then telling you have to spend all this. There's only one grant that I know of that has a cost, and it's only $15. So if somebody's saying that you need to pay hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to get a grant, it is not real. It is not real. So don't do it. There's plenty of free money where you don't have to spend any money to get it. So just know that. I want to make sure that you all are being safe and not being taken advantage of. Okay. So have a great day. Have a great week. I will be on again. We may hear something tomorrow, as soon as tomorrow, as far as the House passing the bill. If they do, I will be on here. When the president signs it, I will be on here. Any new updates, I will make sure that you all are the first to know. So again, subscribe, continue to be the boss with amplified impact, and continue to stay safe and in good health. Have a wonderful day.